Hey guys, welcome back. I just wanted to do an update today on things that have been going on around here. Last Thursday, right after we had done this session, or shortly after. Hey guys, welcome back. I'm doing my vlog here in, I guess you can call it my computer room. It's supposed to be a formal dining room, and you can kind of see the chandelier right here. But we're not formal people. So we turned this into a computer room. I have my desk, Lily has hers, and my husband has his back over here. My husband's a gamer, Lily's a gamer. I game whenever I have a chance, which isn't much. And then, of course, I also teach and write. But I really just wanted to touch base with you guys. On Thursday, Texas Education Agency released their guidelines, which sent a lot of people into an uproar. We still don't know too terribly much because we were told that it's going to change, and supposedly that guidance is coming out again today, possibly tomorrow. So right now we're pretty much like jugglers. We're juggling all the balls up in the air, but we really don't know what's going on. And I was making it to the point I wasn't sleeping at night because I was so worried. I'm really just trying to send a lot of hope and love and kindness out into the universe, that the best decisions are made with not only our students, but our teachers in mind. Because for me, my child is gonna have to go back to the classroom. Me and my husband work, and I just want to make sure that she is safe. And yes, she is 9. Yes, she will wear a mask, not to only protect herself, but to protect her teachers. I know that I have elderly parents, and her teachers may have, health complications or elderly people they take care of, and I would not want to be responsible for passing that stuff around. So of course she will wear a mask, even though in the state of Texas it's not a requirement. But not only that, I'm having to postpone the release of Harmony High indefinitely. Reason being, with everything that's going on, it was going to cost me more to publish it than it was it was going to cost me more to publish than anything. And even though I don't really do this to make money, my gut instinct was telling me this is just really not a good time. People are really, managing their finances. They're not spending as much. They're not buying a lot of things, and it just really just doesn't seem like it's a good time to do that. So it's going on the back burner. Harmony High is still there. Still have the book. I have the book cover that Lily's a part of. It's been edited. She's pretty much all ready to go. But again, my heart was telling me it's just really not a good time to be doing that. And so I decided to go ahead and put that in my writing on the back burner. Sorry, I shoved down a protein bar before I started. Welcome to my unscripted portion. If you want anything fancy, you're at the wrong place. Sorry. It's more or less like, MTV's Unplugged, which was mentioned to me this week by a fellow writer, which I absolutely love. And I'm not sure if Eric Clapton or the Nirvana one is my favorite, but I really love them all, so it doesn't really matter. But they need to bring those back. Anyways, I digress. With the starting of school, I always put my writing back on the back burner. Reason being, I don't really have the time. And especially this year, not knowing what things are going to be like, I really do not want to stress myself out. So that's going on the back burner because my time is going to be spent making sure that my kids are prepared, making sure that my kids have their lessons, whether that be in class or online. I already have my first 6 weeks done because I don't know what things are going to look like. I don't know if I'm going to be back in the classroom or if it's going to be virtual. I have no idea. It's not my call, and I don't envy the people that have to make that call. That's probably the most difficult calls they have to make. Deciding what is in the best interest of the community and of our students and of our teachers. But if I have to go back, I will go back smiling through my mask, keeping my social distance, and making sure that I'm safe to come home to my family. So with that, Harmony High's on the back burner. It's just the way that it is. But I've also decided to go into doing something else. I have been accepted back into grad school. I'm very excited about that. I'll be going to Sul Ross University in Alpine, which is in West Texas. It's a very small college, but I love that. My bachelor's degree was at Texas A&M Corpus Christi, which was small back then. It's huge now. Unfortunately, their program just didn't work for me. I really wanted it to, and I had a very open mind to that, but it just wasn't a good fit. This one is a really good fit. I'm taking instructional design right now. I love the professor. I love the people that I take the class with. They have really opened my eyes to different perspectives, and I'm grateful that we have a very open, independent, nourishing, fulfilling nature and environment that allows us to be able to give our perspectives, but then see everybody else's perspective, which again has been nice. The cool thing is that this really kind of incorporates into me teaching, so it's really not a burden, and I get really excited because this is something new. And I'm getting my master's, if I didn't mention, I'm getting my master's in educational instructional technology, which is going to be the forefront for the time being, at least for the next year, and probably more further along and down the line. Not that tech wasn't incorporated into the schools, but it's really going to be incorporated now. So I'm excited for the future. I'm excited for this, and it's been fun. It's been a nice distracting entity to have right now with all of this uncertainty that's up in the air, because I go from days of being okay into days that I really struggle. And I think we all do that as humans, because we can't compartmentalize what's going on. We don't have control of what's going on. The media has a tendency to blow things up. That's what gets ratings. It's nothing against us. It's just the nature of the beast. But I have to remind myself that I have family in the medical field. My sister's a nurse. My dad's a veterinarian or retired. I have another cousin who is a cardiologist nurse, or works in the cardiology department. I know I'm getting it wrong, Millie, and I do apologize. But I know she works with hearts. I know that for a fact. And I want to say, she's a nurse practitioner. She's a nurse practitioner of cardiology. And I know what they're doing. I know how it's affecting them, and I know what they're seeing, and I know what they're telling us. And so I'm going to trust the people that are closest to me, that I went to school with, or that I'm family with, and people that I went to school with, and people that work in the medical field, because they're the ones that have the knowledge. And I trust these people that I listen to. But my suggestion would be, turn off the news for a while. Do not listen to social media. Take a break. Go for a walk. Yes, I know it's 110 degrees, but just go later in the evening. Cool towels are great. Me and my girlfriend use those. Do yoga. Meditate. Take up a hobby. Cook. Do puzzles with your kids. Take a step back. Reevaluate what is most important to you. There is no one right decision. You have to do what's best for you and your family. There is no one right way. You have to do what's best for your family. You have to do you. And that's really what it comes down to. You have to do what's best for you and the people around you. So if you need to take a step back, you take a step back. That's just the way that it is. But for all my followers and people out there, thank you for following me along on my journey through writing and publishing. It's been an incredibly crazy ride, and I've learned a lot, and I'm grateful to be part of this community. It's been 2 years, 3 years, 2 years since publication, over a year since publication, 2 years since I started this journey. And it's been a wild ride, and I love it, and I wouldn't change it. But for now, I have to take a step back for that, and I have to put on my teaching hat, which is my favorite hat to put on, because I absolutely love being a teacher. I love being in the classroom, and I'm looking forward to getting back into the classroom and finding some sense of normalcy, whatever that may be. All I really can imagine right now is, if you've ever seen Back to the Future, Michael J. Fox, and when he jumps through and ends up in the barn and has that yellow suit on, I kind of imagine that's something that I'm going to be wearing. Maybe. I don't know. But right now, my way to deal with craziness is to laugh and make humor. And that may not always work for everybody, but for me, that works. I don't lessen what people are going through. People have lost jobs, people have lost friends, there's been lives lost. It's a tragedy all the way around. But you have to find some bright spot in everything, at least in some point. That way that you can get out of the darkness. So everybody, thank you. You guys be safe. I'm still going to be vlogging next week. Who knows? I'm probably going to be talking about my lesson plans for environmental science, maybe giving some teachers ideas about how and able to get that online and to be able to make that work, or maybe some collaboration. I don't know. We'll see where it goes. This is completely unscripted. This is pretty much like my dad would say, sitting around the porch shooting it's a family-friendly channel, so I ain't gonna cuss, but you get my gist. So stay safe, let love rule, spread some kindness to those that need it, and I'll see you guys on the flip side.